Good morning, everyone. It's Miss Cleo for the Garden of Eden, which is my Garden of Eden. And it's time to take a walk this Sunday morning to the vineyard. So let's go and take a look and see what's happening in Kirchee. I want to show you the beauty just from this side. Look at the Muscdines. This is Lane. Oh, look at them, you guys. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I've already tasted one. They're sour still. I tasted it earlier this week, but you know, oh gosh. Oof, look at them. Oh, I'm so excited. I don't see any damage from wasps at this moment. And it rains so much, you can't even keep up with the mow. Good grief. Whew. Anyway, look at you guys. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't it just lovely? Oh. It's no little wonder. That was the one I was just touching. Look at the baby. I want to pop her and eat her. Oh my goodness. So this is Lane, as I've said. And last year she gave about 5 or 6 little Muscadines. This year she did her little thing for the size of her. She actually made it all the way to her 10 feet, and she might be trucked further, and I'm gonna have to cut her back because she doesn't get to go any further than 10 feet on both sides. And so this is sulfur that I put on there before. I could not be happier with her. Let me see, y'all. Yeah, this is her. She done went all the way over here, for real. Yep, she actually is right here. So I'm gonna snip all of that and cut her off so she doesn't waste her energy coming any further. Right over here. So this is this Catawba grapevine, and she has her mane right here. Obviously still alive, but boy, it's looking wore out. And then there's this new girl from this year, and I did cut some to plant already. And so I'm just trying to leave her for now to give her a relaxing time because I cut all of her grapes off, me and the wasps. And I'm gonna just let her relax for a while, but I'm gonna take all of this off of her. Well, some of it, because that's what will fruit next year is her. So I'm not sure, but we shall see. And this is last year. And so what's going to fruit next year is all this green that you see here. Just like she's green, all of that will fruit from her next year. I'm excited, but look, so I'm going to take this branch or cordon, and I'm going to cut off in the winter from here and cut all this dead off. This is dead. Dead. It's dead, already dead. Got a little life in it here, but this is dead. So I'll cut this cordon off. I'll trim these guys back, but I'm gonna take this even now. I'll probably do this later today. Take this and bring this up for next year. Yeah, because this is a dead, especially by the winter, this will be a dead dog. So, and then there's a beautiful branch here, right here, that I can use as the second cordon to go that way. Or again, it's this beauty here. Yeah, that's her. Oh my goodness, look at her. Yeah, that's her. She's down here. But this, if you're following with me on the camera, that is her. So she will fruit next year. Even though I have all these little guys, they'll get cut back short. But there's this one. And there's that long one I just showed you. And Miss Maturity right here. We shall see. We're going to have some grapes next year, though. For real, for real. So, Alachua. Muscadine here. I'm not even sure what color Alachua is supposed to be. But she ain't getting no color, so she might be one of those bronze grapes. Well, yeah. There's a little bit of color there. But she might be a bronze. I'm not sure. I have to look up to see what my babies are. So this is not getting any color either. We know this is Fry. Oof. Fry ain't got that much, but Fry never had any before. So just to have the few that Fry's got this year just excites me, because of course next year Fry will have lots. Okay? But we get to taste them this year, so I'm happy. We all know this is Creek. This is the Wonder Girl. I'm gonna say 10, 20. This mug is still creeping, and I cut it back a little bit, but she didn't creep all the way out and hit the ground. So I'm gonna leave her be. No stress on it. They must be small muscadines. I don't know. They're not very big. And they might be bronze. I'm not sure, but she's got a good amount. I was hoping she'd have a whole lot more, but this is basically her first real year anyway. She produced last year. Little tiny cluster. Wasps ate them all. Couldn't even get one. So I'm excited. This is also Creek, which was planted 2 years after that one. I don't like to walk out here in the grass without it being low enough. We haven't seen any snakes, but I don't trust nothing. This is Nesbit. Nesbit never had any on it before, and it has quite a nice little harvest there. So evidently, Nesbit is going to be a reddish grape. Great, love it. Excited. Look at it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh yeah, yeah. Look at that. Oh, look at it. Yes. I love it. All right, let's go on. I don't know what this one is. Again, I have it somewhere in the book. Slipped my mind today. Shoot. Oh, they're gonna be red. Pretty good, huh? Never had any before. Noble. Look. Noble is evidently small ones, but very much a strong producer. Look at it, you guys. Look at them. Oh, we waited 4 years. Not for her. This one's been up probably 3 years. But the vineyard itself, and many of those that we put in actually got replaced. Except for Nesbit and Fryer Originals. That other little one down there that always slips my mind, whatever the name is also an original. This is not an original. This came a year later. We have a few here, and this one was only planted, I believe, year before last, but it was only like this tall when I first got it, and then last year it had nothing on it, but it's got a few, so I'm happy with it, get to taste them. But this is a scuppernong, an actual scuppernong, not a muscadine. It's the parent fruit of the muscadine, the scuppernong. You can see how this scuppernong here is all over the place. Then we have Cowart. She is an original. Totally original. Love her. Took her 3 years to get a move on. Literally 3 years to get a move on. And then last year she moved out, had a few, wasps ate it. This year she came back strong. And she is a black grape, that's what they call them. She'll be real dark black. I love her. And she went her 10 feet that way, and she came 10 feet this way. I cut her back, and she's still creeping, so I'm gonna cut her some more, but I'm okay, very happy with that. She's an original girl. This one came a year after, so it was 3 years old. She had fruit on her when I actually bought it. Then last year, she didn't have any. Or if she did, it was maybe 1 or 2. Wasps ate them. And this year, she's got just a few. But she's almost made her 10 feet that way. And this is more than 10 feet this way. I don't even know why I didn't put another vine. Something. This ain't 10 feet. It can't be. It looks really long. If this is 10 feet, then that's not 10 feet down there. Anyway, that is everybody, and I'm so excited today. So excited. I'm back on the other side of Noble. Everybody looks good. No wasp damage so far. I'm watching them doggone wasps. You see I had beetle damage there. And I'm sure that these have these dark spots on them because it comes from whatever cooties they get from over there on the wild muscadines that I cut back. And so I'm gonna go under this one and show you how it took this one a long time to move it out to the 10 feet. And then I think the end of last year, it was probably right here, a very weak vine. And then this year, it's all the way down here and headed out. Look at her. Look at this. She's all out there. And so I'm gonna let her go, because what I'm actually going to do is next winter, or this winter, I'm going to cut all of this back and away, and I'll keep it under control. This is wild muscadine right here. Wild muscadine right here. All that. And I'll cut all of this back, and I'll get my wire, make sure that it's free of all of them, that wildness, and I'm going to let her go controlled to go as far as she can this year, this winter. And so I'll pick her main, which is right here, and it's actually this one, and I'm gonna let her keep going. That's a wild, but this is a cultivar. So this is the main girl. I'm gonna tack her down later, so we'll know what the lead. She's the main branch there. See her here. Okay. All right. I'm excited about it. So excited. Oh, they look wonderful, you guys. I am forever a grower of muscadines and grapes, a viticulturalist now. And let's check this vine right here, what's happening. So I'm going to show you this vine. See this one? because of Noble, and there's another one here, but this one shouldn't have actually been here. It should have actually been planted where that is, so it can go 10 feet into the wild one that way and then come here, and then Noble would have its 10 feet all the way over. So Noble doesn't, okay? Because what happened was Noble was put in the middle of my already planned out vineyard. So this one was good, 10 that way, 10 this way, and then where this vine is 10 that way, 10 this way, it would have been good. However, I put Noble in here, not knowing Noble was gonna just haul off and take off like that. So let's get back to that vine. It's here, and this vine is way, oh my gosh. This vine then came way down here, jumped way up there. I'm gonna leave him because I don't want to rip nothing off, but that is that vine that I told you was so weak last year. It has come all the way over here, so it made its 10 feet actually on both sides. It actually made its 10 feet. Wow, it sure did. And you can't move anything now, so they just have to stay there. So what I did this year in the growth stage, because Noble was performing and I knew Noble was going to do the dang thing, you see the Noble vine here. So they are basically overlapping, and you can't control them until they are dormant after the winter. And so when they go dormant and you get to January, February, and I'll trim them back and I will show you again how this is going to work, because I'm going to have to probably get my T-posts, I think, are 6 feet, and we're going to have to get 10-foot T-posts and lead them up, I think, to make them higher. I think that's what's going to have to happen on the vines that are this close like this, because then it'll give one vine that can go up higher to come across to do its fruit, and then the other vine, it can stay down where it is here, which is my eye level, which is about 5 feet. Okay, so that's the goal, I think. But what's going to happen is these guys, I believe, are nice producers, and they'll be strong producers. They're Muscadines, right? I don't even water these anymore. After the first year, I don't water Muscadines anymore. We get enough rain, as you can see from the grass, and that makes them thrive and viable. And so I thank God for his rain. And but yeah, that's my goal. I believe this coming winter we will have to add the 10-foot posts and wire up. But you don't want to mess with these guys right now at all. I'm not messing with none of my babies. But I'm more than happy. And the same thing for the Scuppernong, which was replaced. This Scuppernong replaced something else that died. There's 2 more, actually, Muscadines that died. I think it was Jumbo. And then Carlos, I believe, too. But anyway. So, this Scuppernong, if you look at this one, she can't go up the top because of Noble, so I brought her down. So because of that, what's going to happen is a 10-foot T-post down there for that vine, for her to come up top, and then I believe Scuppernong is going to have to come up top, and we're just going to have to let Noble do its thing down here below. That's what's going to happen. And I think, I'm sure, there's another area. Let me see. The only other one would be the Catawba grape. Well, because if you got Lane and her 10 feet and she's getting cut back, Catawba gets her 10 feet this way, but she doesn't get her 10 feet this way because of Alachua. But Alachua has 20 feet to go that way. So what I'm probably gonna do next year is I'm gonna take Alachua and lead her all the way 20 feet that way and not let her go to the left. And I'm gonna leave Catawba to have her space all the way. I'm gonna let Catawba have all of her space because she's obviously moving. She's caught up right now. Let me see where this girl is. Now that's what's gonna happen with Alachua. I'm gonna lead Alachua on a 10 foot and 20 feet to the left. Where's this girl at, y'all? Let me get this off. Now the wasps had been eating on the Alachua muscadine. So that's why this one is the only one that's covered in netting currently. Oh, she's way over here. Look at her. Okay. Yeah, she's way into the muscadine zone at the moment. So Alachua is stopped here, but Catawba is still moving. Yeah, she has moved all the way to here. So what I'm gonna do is break her off. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, so this is her here. I'm gonna get my snips real quick, and I'm gonna get her, because this is her, and I'm gonna let her lead down on this right here to continue to grow so she doesn't go up into Alachua, to let Alachua finish fruiting, ripening her fruits for the year. And I'm gonna get my zip ties to hold these girls up. I'll be right back, y'all. Let's go. I'm happy about that. But yep, 10-foot T-posts. I guess I'm gonna start buying them one at a time, and we'll start nailing them, hammering them in. Get that little sludge and hammer them in. As warm as it is out here, because of the grass and the chiggers and the there's my cat. The chiggers and the fleas in the grass and the mosquitoes. I had to come out here with socks on, leggings on, a long sleeve shirt over my t-shirt, and then any other skin showing, I had to put some bug repellent on so that I could survive the doggone bites and attacks out here in the grass. And I always want to spray, like there's that bug repellent that you can put on your water hose and spray, but I don't want to hinder or harm my yeah, this is so dead. Hinder or harm my grapes. I'm eating them and I'm making jelly. This is so dead, you guys. I'm just gonna cut it now. It's dead. And we know there was a little bit of life there, but I don't need that. Bump that. Let's get at it. Take that off right now. Let's do it. She's not gonna serve me any purpose at all for the rest of this year, you guys. Forever, for the rest of her life. She gone bye-bye. So I'm just cutting these things off of her to remove this from my wire. And then I'm gonna put her up top now, but I'll lead her down low too, like I said, okay? Okay, so if you can see, I took this girl off, baby. She's dead. Look, see? It's just dead. Here, I'll show you again. Dead, dead, dead. Okay? So, it looks like a tendril choked it out. Looks like a tendril choked it out. Seriously. The tendril choked it out that branch. And I had walked around to get the tendrils. I had a lot of them choking out my vines this year. And so I snip them out of the way, right? And then they're strong. They're really strong. Oh, so that's her. Oop. That's her. I'm going to let her keep going for now because she's sweetening my grapes, right? And then I bought another Catawba vine this year. So there's no way for me to show you guys with one hand and do this as well. So I'll try, okay? I'm gonna try. I don't know what footage you're gonna get. If it's not good footage, I'll cut it out. Well, it ain't good because it's... All right, so it stopped anyway. So I'm gonna take this vine and put it up and then I'll show you when I'm done, okay? I'm gonna back up and show you the vine, which is the Catawba. And we're gonna get that other one on the other side anchored as well. This one right there. And I'm working with this one right here now. I don't want to cut to here because of that branch right there. Right here for next year. I'm keeping both of those. I could cut to here, but this is alive, so there's no sense in doing that. I will get grapes from here next year. I'm gonna leave it. All right, so let me do this real quick. Let's see if I can put you in a vine across from me. If it will hold your phone. It might, y'all. Don't know. All right, you're sitting on a branch right now. So this branch is very hard, very strong, and I will snap it and I will lose the entire production of grapes that would have come off this branch next year. So in the winter, it will be more pliable, and then I will be able to bring her up and bring her across here. But for now, we are not going to let her, we're not going to force her up, to force her to unbend or anything. We're going to leave her just as she is. Happy moving, preparing for next year. So we just attach her for now. And I've got some little ones. And then we'll go see if we can make heads or tails of what's going on here right now. You can cut all of these off. You really can. Especially this branch right here. It really needs to be trimmed off. I'm going to actually let it get fatter, because then I can take this to make cuttings from at the end of the season. But if I cut it now, I won't be able to do that. But I will cut that off, trim that. But I'm going to keep this branch right here for now to make cuttings from later. Indeed I am. I'm not going to mess with any of these guys. Look at this baby here. You can cut these back, cut them off, you can. Don't cut it completely. I'm going to cut it because I have a plan here, y'all. All right. Okay, because we want her to have some energy to keep moving, right? So, to keep moving, so we can use her for next year. Fruiting vine, fruiting cane. And after all that, she is still attached to somebody. Okay? Still attached. Good. Okay, doke. Cut that. In the way right now, y'all. Okay. What's going on? Let's see how to move her. I'm going to unwrap her. A moment. I want to see if I can get her up here bent to prepare for this. And I can. So I'm going to hold her up here to prepare her little hiney for this next winter, y'all. Okay. I got her there for now. And I'm going to go ahead and attach her higher too for now, because I might very well chop this whole branch down next year. I might very well. It'll take away from my fruiting. But if she makes it all the way down there for her 10 feet for the rest of this season, I'm cutting this other one off. No doubt. I will cut it. So because we're not worried about anything for the rest of the year, I'm going to go ahead and attach her. That'll make it easier to put her up there anyway. I was going to leave her down below, but I am not. I'm putting her up. I want to attach her up here. I'm going to need the longer ones, and I have some longer ones I just bought. But in the meantime, I am going to leave her up at the top here. She's the one to keep the eye on for the rest of the season. If so, I'm hacking off this other one at the end of the summer. That's all there is to it. I will hack it. So we're keeping this. for now. Let her get all fat, pencil thick. Take some cuttings from her. Means you have more vines, grow more grapes, right? And this is neither here nor there. She's on the move, so I can cut these back, which will give energy for her to keep growing down the line for next year. I'll just cut them back a little bit. Not too much. It doesn't matter to me right now. She's almost at her 10 feet. I'm going to let her go all the way to Alachua, like I said. And then next year, she'll get a 10-foot post to go up. Okay? Let's hack her. Go ahead and hack her off. Don't need it. All right, now there is one that I would like to try to plant right there. It's nice and thick enough. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. This being the top. Right? No, that being the top. And I'm going to put this in the catalpa pot to grow. I hope you guys can see what I did. I'm happy with it right now. Definitely. I'm going to put another one here just to hold her. That's the point. That's the girl that's new this year. That's going to fruit for me next year, next year, next year. And let's continue to save the Alachua from the wasp, because they seem to like this one. All right, that's the thing, y'all. Yep. She's already Alachua, and you can't see me. All right. You see what I did? I tagged her there. There, and she's way down there, about 7 or 8 feet. I'm going to keep this one to make cuttings from. And then we've got 3 vines here. You see this one? We have 3 vines here. So when I put up the 10 feet, I can leave her coming on this because she gets her 10 feet there, 10 feet there, and then I can take this vine and put them up to go another 10 feet up at the top of her. Why not? So this one gets to stay. This little beautiful whip. Look at that. You see it? Isn't that beautiful? And she need stay. She's gonna stay with me. I'm not cutting it off. Okay. This one's gonna come. This is exciting for next year. Really, I'm excited. And so then we'll deal with Alachua next year, and she will get her 10-foot pole right here. She'll get 20 feet to go that way, and then giving her a 10-foot pole, all of them that are going to the left side of me right now, I'll be able to put a whip to meet, put a whip up there for her to have 2 rows, but just all going to the right side, because we're gonna let Catalpa make her way on both sides of herself. Happy, happy, joy, joy. And of course, we'll get her off of Catalba's line. But for now, we're not messing with her. Want some sauce. Okay, guys, this is Miss Cleo for the Garden of Eden, which is my Garden of Eden. And that was Kirchee, the miniature vineyard. I've done some moving around up here on the deck. Trimming these whips down here on this sun belt. Took the fruit off. I've showed you that. I've posted and showed you that video. I'm gonna leave this here. She'll get a larger bucket next year, but she's not going in the ground. This is hemrod that I picked. I took out of the ground from over there, and I put a muscadine over there, which that muscadine over there is the new jumbo. That sun is burning it up. This is the this is a muscadine. Look at her. Her name is slipping me at the moment too, but remember those grapes? That one, the black Spanish. These other grapevines, and I want some cuttings, so I left this on there. These guys on there. I'm actually going to cut a few off, I think. I don't need those. I am going to leave this one at the bottom so I can have some cuttings. The little bitty ones right there, they're turning colors now. I think this is Catalba. I'm pretty sure. Or Mars. Yep, that's Catalba. So the vine I have that I just picked, I'm going to push it in. I'll push it right in there. And you see, I have some others from cuttings from her. We'll see what happens. I'll water them later. I don't think it's going to rain today. So I wrapped those little ones up. They have a few there, but those are the Concord. You see, I put a cutting in there. It bloomed so far. And that cutting right there bloomed so far. I'm sure it's a Concord, but I'm not certain anymore. I don't know what that is either. We know that this is Niagara. So I have cut these guys back. This is the Doreen Muscadine right there. I trimmed up the fig tree after she came back to life. Boy, it needs a lot of water. Mint just started growing in this pot from over my flower bed. This is my elderberry plant. My red navel orange. I trimmed her up, got everything off. Pomegranate, I trimmed it up, got everything off. This is the mulberry that I planted, trimmed it up, took the other ones off of it. This is Meyer lemon, got everybody off, trimmed her up. This is a maypop that I got from the wild, and the bugs ate her up, and then she came back. Plumeria, and the beauty of when somebody tells you you can't grow something where you live. Honeycrisp apple. The other one died that I bought a couple years ago, so I bought me another one. get a bigger pot next year. See, I have some cuttings to see what happens. The crabapple has bloomed again. Robinson crabapple. The olive tree that was all bushed out and had all sorts of suckers on it, trimmed it up. Onions, I need to clean the water. All right, guys, I'm not walking over there. This is Miss Cleo for the Garden of Eden, which is my Garden of Eden. And say hello to Toulouse. Toulouse. Hi, Toulouse. All right, that's it for now. I used to have the banana trees and all that. They just die in the fall. I ain't gonna get no bananas ever. And this is the Rosa plum tree. Plum Santa Rosa, okay? So, in order for me to get back in the house now, I have to pass by the loquat tree. So let me show you that. Loquat tree. Okay. Oh well, I was going to go back over there to the grapevine and add that longer zip tie, but I'm not for now. She's fine. Oh, I'll give you one last look. I'm sweating. Alabama is like a hot armpit. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Thanks for taking a walk with me in the Garden of Eden, which is my Garden of Eden. Bye-bye.